It's a brand new day and it's a brand new show. Buckle in, we're going to review It Chapter 2. But wait a minute, how the heck can we review a movie that hasn't come out yet? Well, that's the whole point, because we're taking off the kid gloves and going in blind. Let's get started. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Hello everybody, welcome to Thumb Together. My name is Andrew Fantasia, and today we're going to be blind reviewing It's Chapter 2 together. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and give some love to that subscribe button as well. So let's review It Chapter 2, a movie I haven't seen yet. What's going to happen? Alright, so we know it's going to be 2 hours and 49 minutes long, so I'm going to assume that a lot of that is one giant scene, okay? You know that whole scene in the trailer where there's the old lady and she's sitting and talking to Jessica Chastain and she's just sitting on the couch and then she gets that glazed look in her eye for like an uncomfortably long time. I think we didn't see the full scene in that trailer. I think when she gets that silent stare going on and it's really uncomfortable and awkward, I think that stare is going to last for the better part of 23 minutes. I think that sounds doable. All the kids are back, right? They're all grown up now. We've got the whole cast back. We got Beverly, Bill, the rest. They're the Losers Club. That's what they call themselves. So I think the Losers Club is going to get back together in Derry. You know, they're going to go off and live their separate lives. Maybe one of them is like a politician now. Maybe one of them is a race car driver. I think that one kid who had like the foul mouth and was always talking about his penis, I think he's like a priest now. And then they all get back together in Derry because they heard that the clown is back. The circus is back in town and they have to fight Pennywise the clown. So how are you going to fight Pennywise? Now that's the thing about It Chapter 1, where if there's one thing that I didn't love about it was that it didn't feel like his powers had any limits. You know, it's like when you watch an old Dracula movie and Dracula can do everything. He can fly, he can shapeshift, he can turn into a shadow, he can turn into a bat, he can turn into a wolf, he can turn into fog, he can hypnotize you with a stare, he can hypnotize you with his voice, he can summon the undead, he can do all kinds of crazy shit. It gets out of hand, and I think with Pennywise, you fall into the same trap. So I think in this movie, Pennywise is going to have even more powers than he did last time. I think they're going to want to up the ante because it's bigger and faster and stronger and sexier than part 1. So I think on top of all the things he could do before, Pennywise is going to be able to fly. He's going to be able to like flap his hands like this and create sort of like a surge of wind beneath him. He's going to be able to run like the Flash, almost as fast as the Flash. He's going to be able to sort of zip around really quickly. And also, he has a J.K. Rowling wand. He's able to conjure a Patronus, make feathers levitate, and so forth. In fact, I'm going to call it right now. That one kid who worked in like a butcher shop killing sheep in the first movie, I think now he's going to have grown up to actually become a member of the Ministry of Magic, and he's going to have a wand. And then when Pennywise whips out his wand, that kid's going to be like, no, I got one too, see? And they're going to have like a Expecto Patronum Expelliarmus duel of the fates, possibly inside a lumber mill, I'd imagine. I feel like Beverly's going to be the main character because she was kind of the main character in Chapter 1. And when you have Jessica Chastain, you kind of have to make her a main character. I think that's part of the rules of Hollywood. So I think Jessica Chastain's character of Beverly is going to be the main focus. We're going to spend the majority of time with her, and she's going to have karate now. I think she's going to know karate, judo, maybe Tai Chi if there's time. Of course there's time. It's 2 hours and 49 minutes. There'll be time for Tai Chi. But I think that's how she's going to kill Pennywise, because that's the big looming question is, how do you kill this monster that has more powers than Dracula? How do you fight it if you're just the mortal being? So that's why I think it's going to be a mixture of the magic from the butcher kid mixed with judo chops. I think that Beverly is going to use her friends as bait because, you know, they're kind of stupid sometimes. She's going to be like, oh, James McAvoy, can you do me a favor? Can you just go stand next to that sewer pipe? And James will be like, all right, he'll go over there. And then when Pennywise comes out and starts to eat his face, then Beverly will creep up from behind him and just give him one of those, you know? Just right in the, what's this part of the body called? The solar plexus. And at that point, Pennywise will be down for the count. It'll be really quick, like one of those UFC fights where it's like there's a very quick knockout. It'll be one of those. Beverly's just going to let him have it, and he's going to be down. And I think when Pennywise dies, what's going to happen is his makeup is going to come off, and we're going to see his face for the first time, and we'll find out that he was the one in the alleyway the night Bruce Wayne's parents died. He's the one who shot them. It was him all along, and he has this thing he always says about floating, and we're going to have these flashbacks where Bruce Wayne keeps remembering the past, and he sees this gunman who's like in shadow, and you don't see his face, but he's always like, you're going to float too, Brucey. And then at the final moment of it, chapter 2, his face is going to come out of the shadow, and we're going to see that it's been Pennywise the whole time, and that he and Batman are connected just as it was always meant to be. But there's also going to be a post-credit scene. And in the post-credit scene, here's what's going to happen. The kid from the first movie who loved New Kids on the Block, okay? He'll be one of the survivors of the film, and he'll be walking, in the grocery store, buying some bread or something. And then he'll turn a corner, and he'll see Marky Mark. And it'll be Marky Mark playing himself. He won't be playing a character. He'll be just as himself, cameoing. And he'll be like, oh, hey, man, what's up? I'm a big fan of the fact that you freed Derry from the monster clown who killed Bruce Wayne's parents. And the kid will be like, oh man, I keep calling him a kid, but he's a grown up now, but you know what I mean. He'll be like, oh snap, I was a big fan of New Kids on the Block back in the day. Can you like sign my shirt or something? And Marky Mark will be like, sure, because he carries around like those little silver felt tip pens, right? So he's gonna take the pen and he's gonna sign from Mark to whatever that guy's name is. Thanks for killing the clown. Step by step, ooh baby, I'm gonna get to you, girl. And that post-credit scene will, of course, tease It Chapter 3, which comes out in a couple years. And in It Chapter 3, it's just about the group sort of coming to terms with what they did, living their best life, and getting to meet all 12 of the New Kids on the Block in person. It's more like a coda than anything else. It's a movie-sized coda. It will be 4.5 hours long, though. But there you have it. That is my blind review of It Chapter 2. If I had to make a guess right now, I'm going to say that this review is going to be 69% accurate. But anyway, my name is Andrew Fantasia. Thank you so much for tuning in to my first, but definitely maybe kind of not my last blind review. I will see you here next time, and until then, adios.